Hey everybody, this is Doug Kenny from Relentless and Unstoppable, and today we have Cody Unser with us. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Where are you at the moment?
So I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Nice. Is that your home?
Yes, this is where I live, and I was born and raised here.
That's great to hear. Give our followers a bit of what you're known for.
Known for, oh my gosh, rock and roll, living to the fullest. Um, I became paralyzed at 12 years old on February 5th, 1999. Known for, I mean, starting the Cody Unser First Step Foundation. Um, but obviously I have a famous last name, Unser. Um, I'm a scuba diver, but known for, yeah, I mean, living life to the fullest and kind of, having a famous last name, auto racing, the, Indianapolis 500. Yeah.
So you're an Unser, one of the few Unsers that doesn't race.
Right. I mean, I guess you can say, my race is all about, helping people with disabilities. Um, but yeah, I don't race cars, but I'm paralyzed. I'm in a wheelchair. So my race is all about life and helping others.
Yeah, for sure. What was your upbringing like growing up?
So, kind of growing up around, race tracks, growing up, we were as kids, so I'm one of three siblings. So there was four of us. I have an older brother named Al. He's involved in real estate now. He always wanted to get involved in racing. And then my sister Shannon, we're 18 months apart. She's younger than me. She's in film right now. She's in the film industry here in New Mexico in Albuquerque. And my brother Joey, he's younger. But so for us kids, we were always on the go. There was never a dull moment. We were either on jet skis, four-wheelers, go-karts, snowmobiles. So growing up, it was always, just crazy, wild. During the summertime, we would go to school, but during the summertime, we would always meet up with our parents, wherever my dad was racing at the time. And then it was kind of like, the way my mom described it was, it was like a circus, we would meet up with them wherever the current race was happening, at a racetrack. And we would stay in the motorhome. And, for my lullaby, I would hear all the race cars go around the track. It was very soothing for me. And, and then, all the race cars got packed up in all the trucks, and all of us race kids, we would get packed up in the motorhomes. And then, it was kind of like a caravan, we would all drive on the highway to the next race. So it was kind of like a traveling circus. It was on to the next race. And then we would all unload, and have the next race there. I loved, Lake Michigan, that track was always fun. But we would always get in trouble. All of us race kids, we would always root for our dad, and but we would always get in trouble and sneak into all the hospitality tents, steal food. I remember one time being little, I would drink the wheel polish. I drank wheel polish. But it was fun. It was wild. It was crazy. But it was a blast growing up. Like it was just.
You drank wheel polish?
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why. I was little. I was a kid. I was just, and none of my friends, either my friends went to summer camps or, went on to vacations with their parents and stuff. But for my siblings and I, like we would travel with our parents and, go to different races and just our playground, our summer camp was racetracks.
Yeah.
And my brother Al, like he would put on rollerblades and, get in trouble and get on the racetrack and just rollerblade on the racetracks. And so a lot of the safety guys or the security, he would get in trouble, but it was a blast, kind of growing up in racing and just having that experience. But it kind of prepared me in a way for when I became paralyzed, because it kind of gave me that sort of champion spirit, that competitive drive not to give up. And I always use the analogy of, we're the driver in our own lives, but we can't do it ourselves. Like we need a pit crew. We need our family, our friends, caregivers. We need to ask for help. And I'm really bad at asking for help. And I'm learning that now in my own life, asking for help. And I'm a very independent woman. I learned that in my spinal cord injury rehab days after I became paralyzed. Like I had to learn how to dress myself. And I was 12 when I became paralyzed due to transverse myelitis, which is an autoimmune disorder. Basically, my own immune system attacked my spinal cord. So I had to learn, and those early days were hard. I mean, the depression, the anger, why did this happen to me? I became paralyzed, chest lying down at the T4 level. So in my mind, I thought, okay, I've got the use of my arms, but I thought that I was only now going to experience life 50% because I've only got 50% use of my body now. And like I said, kind of growing up, I had full use of my body. Like we were on jet skis, four-wheelers. I had the world at my disposal. And I didn't think I was going to have the world at my disposal when I became paralyzed. Suddenly now I was stuck in a wheelchair. And I felt like I was going to be stuck for the rest of my life. Like the world shut off. So, and kind of, growing up the way we grew up, like we were always running around, so during rehab, spinal cord injury rehab, I had to learn, how to transfer from the wheelchair to a toilet, from the wheelchair to a bed, from the wheelchair to a car, and those days were very dark, very depressing. I felt very small. My physical therapist, how to teach me how to do very kind of degrading things. Like I was on a mat and I had to stack cones. I had to take a stack of cones from one side of the mat and take it to another side of the mat. So it was rough, very just frustrating. Like I said, it was very frustrating, a lot of anger, but very necessary. She was teaching me, because now, the way that I make my bed, I get in my bed and I have to put the sheets together. I have to put the sheets around the mattress. So I have to move my paralyzed body, exactly the way I was stacking the cones. From one side, I have to put the sheets around on the one side of the mattress to the other side of the mattress. And everybody, who are paralyzed or, have a spinal cord injury, we all have our own methods of doing things. Sometimes I stay in my wheelchair and have to go around, it's just very different. But, growing up with around racing, it gave me that sort of competitive drive. But you can't do things alone. You need a pit crew. You need, you're the driver. Yes. You need to get that checkered flag. No one wants to be in last place. No one wants to finish the race last. But you need people around you to help you be successful in life. So I'm so lucky to have a great family, great friends. My mom passed away in 2018, and she was my best friend, my soulmate. We became accidental philanthropists when we started the Cody Unser First Step Foundation. So she was the president of my foundation. So I've had to kind of reconfigure my nonprofit a little bit, but and like I was telling you a little bit earlier before we started this interview, I went back to school. So I'm going for my PhD in medical sociology, with the end goal is to develop disability curriculum for medical schools to really kind of educate medical students about disability, both from a medical standpoint and a sociological standpoint. So I'm just trying to change the world, help people with disabilities. And I think growing up in racing really kind of helped shape that. And yeah.